The Eagles went into London with one game plan. It's not to get arrested at the bar the night before. It's to get a win and improve to 4-4 because that gives you such an advantage compared to 3-5. That's what they did. They went 24-18. They beat this Jacksonville Jaguars team, and there were some things I liked and there were some things I didn't like. But at the end of the day, there was one thing on the mind of this Philadelphia Eagles team, and they were successful in that task. It's easy to get a little bit negative on what happened, and there are things I am upset with, but we won. We got the 4-4 record at the bye. It's not what we planned at the beginning of the season, but we held on to some hope to win this NFC East with this W here. There were some players that were very successful today. Early on, Carson Wentz with a fumble after a beautiful step up in the pocket on a 3rd and long and hit Jordan Matthews, who had an outstanding game. But after that play, he fumbles the football. The next drive, he throws an interception to Perkins that was double covered in the end zone when Wendell Smallwood was wide open once again. After that, Carson kind of got a little bit more comfortable. He was smarter with the football, I should say, and he kind of rolled from there. He ends the day with 3 touchdowns. Jordan Matthews was absolutely outstanding. How great is that? And say that sentence with me. Jordan Matthews was outstanding today. You know who was phenomenal as well, except for a really, really close call of a fumble? Josh Adams. He was great. But that last 4th quarter play where he almost fumbled that football, but his tush was on the ground, and he escaped one. See, the thing that upset me late is it's the second half of the football game. This team just isn't the same. But as of late, the offense would stall too. Not this game, but in a couple games prior to this, our defense would stall and be horrendous, and our offense would stall and not be able to move the football down the field. But today was different. We responded with our offense when we needed to in multiple drives, and that was the difference in this football team. So that's the positive. The bad was you saw some ugliness again in the second quarter, but we stopped them on a 4th and 2. It was like deja vu. They get 4th and 1, and Blake Bortles finds a way to run for a yard and get it because Jordan Hicks was in a pickle. He didn't know if he should stay with the receiver or go get him, and 4th and 1, and they convert 4th and 2, and I'm like, oh, here's the opportunities over and over and over again for a chance to win the game for the D. But this time they get it. This time they actually stop them with good pressure by Fletcher Cox to force Blake Bortles to make an error throw. Ronald Darby was actually on the coverage there, and he also had a huge hit this game. I know I'm all over the place. I'm thinking of this game as there were some ups and downs with it. So let's talk about how this team responded when they needed to. So lots of 3rd down conversions this time around, and that was our bread and butter last year. Was we were great on 3rd down. And today, we saw more of that. And they even showed the stat on the game. When we are successful on 3rd down, that results in the Eagles winning more football games. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand. We understand that. So, after the first half, the total yards was 210-93. We had 12 first downs. They had 5. It was another one of those where we dominated. We cash in we cash in late in the half because of a fumble that Avonte Maddox ended up make it happen. And we scored a touchdown with Dallas Goedert to make it 10-3 after we both swap field goals. And Avonte Maddox had a great game. Earlier in that half, he also had a 3rd and short stop on Carlos Hyde for them to punt the football. So he made 2 really great plays then. So here's when one of our responses was just tremendous. It was a 95-yard drive. And it started at our own 5-yard line, and we were mucking down the field. We had completions on 3rd down. Jordan Matthews was unbelievable. Josh Adams with a great run, and this is with a bad offensive line because we were getting banged up. Lane Johnson goes down. Jason Peters goes down. Jason Peters ends up returning. Lane Johnson doesn't. I mean, we were hurt all over the place. Our offensive line was so banged up, but they produce a really great hole for Josh Adams to be able to run through. So continuing down that drive, Wendell Smallwood with a nice little screen pass to give us a 17-6 lead. Jalen Mills also goes down in this game. I mean, we were really hurting. At one point, we had McDougal out there. He stinks. He stinks. What is he doing on the football field? But so, in that 17-6, after that drive, we take the lead. What do you know? Our defense allows a tough drive. And it looked like there was a little bit of soft coverage. And that pisses me off. It really does. All in all, yes, we brought more pressure today. Jim Schwartz brought more blitzes. He brought more pressure, which is great. Look what happens. Look what happens. You actually get to the quarterback. But I think at times he played a little soft too. 17-6, it's like the same storyline. Keep your foot on the gas pedal, Jim. So that upsets me. Here's a play that bothered me. 3rd and 13, about 5 minutes left in this football game. We're up. Doug Peterson decides to throw a screen pass to the wide receiver. And we punt the football. Where's the balls, Doug? Where's the balls that we're used to seeing? That's what I'm saying. There's some positives, there's some negatives in this game. That is Bush League. Your heart and soul is all about being aggressive. That is the least aggressive play I've ever seen called, Doug. So there's another response that was really big in this game. 17-15 is the time of the score. Jordan Matthews with a 36-yard gain. Carson Wentz with a 9-yard run. Wendell Smallwood gets a first down. Then you have Josh Adams run for a first down and more, and that leads to an Ertz touchdown 24-15. It was a great response. So that was the difference in this game. The team responded instead of stalling out and having to punt. And of course, that burns the clock. Even when we were in victory formation early, we needed a couple first downs, blow their timeouts. This was after the 4th and 2 that we stopped. We get the ball back on their 48, and we got it. We got it. So we went into London with a chance to go 4-4 and kind of salvage this thing, even though it's not what we wanted at the bye. It's huge for momentum after the break. You have a better two-week span there with the bye. You get some confidence going. Carson, a little shaky early. He needs to stop fumbling that football, and he forced a pass to Josh Perkins, of all people, missing Wendell Smallwood again. I wonder if there's just like a reason for that. He doesn't like throwing to Wendell Smallwood. I don't know. There's some positives. There's some negatives out of this. End of the day, 4-4. Right? I mean, end of the day, we still have an opportunity with this division. This win is big because 4-4 is so much better than 3-5. I mean, it's actually night and day. So let me know what you think down below on this in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.